What up, YouTubers and retro players? Welcome back to Dennis Fleeman's YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Region 3, more on that later, Super 801 Pro cartridge for the SNES Super Nintendo. I got this from AliExpress, from the Retro Classic Game Store, and I paid 28 euros for it and 4 cents. Whoa, what kind of Frankenstein monster NES console do we have here, Fleeman? Well, this is my personally made and modded Super Nintendo, PAL Super Nintendo. It can switch between 50 and 60 Hertz, and it can switch between PAL and NTSC gaming, and that is needed because, yes, this is a buyer's warning. You can buy this cartridge on AliExpress, and it's a great cartridge. And it does indeed have 800 games on here, but it includes PAL games, Japanese games, and American games. And guess what? Some of these ROMs will not play on your PAL Super Nintendo. So that's why I decided to get my modded Frankenstein white SNES console out here, so that we can check out which games we can play. Let's go! So, after powering on the game, you can start the last game that you selected or select a new game. Let's select a new game, shall we? Alright, so we have European PAL games on here, we have Japanese NTSC ROMs, and American NTSC ROM games. A lot of games. And even though this is called the 801, I believe there are actually more in here. We have the options for autosave and a reset feature, some ROM settings that show you the settings of the last ROM that you played. Yeah, and we have the toolbox where you can save, load, and device info and update, and I don't know, but it's also available. So let's select the game, shall we? An European one. And as you can see, this cartridge has a lot of games, but it's also very slow. So let's go through a couple of pages with games, ROMs on here, and let's see if your favorite game is on here while I'm looking for a game to test play this cartridge. What shall we pick? What shall we pick? Let's go for a Mario game, shall we? Because everybody knows Mario, right? Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario World. What shall we do? Let's see what we have here. Kirby is also on here. Hey, Mario's Time Machine, or Mario is Missing. Let's go for that one, just for shits and giggles. And once again, you can see that this cartridge is slow, and the loading is also slow. But hey, at least it plays all the games. So let's check out some gameplay. We have Robocop vs. Terminator for the American SNES. That's region locked for PAL Super Nintendo. Ooh, so this is what I warned you guys about earlier in this video, and it's something to take note of. If you have a PAL Super Nintendo, some games will not work, some American games it is, will not work on your PAL SNES, even though this is a reproduction or a flash card. But there's a way around that. For me, I modified this Frankenstein SNES, so I'm gonna flip the switches and play it anyway. Alrighty then, time to wrap things up. My final conclusion about this Region 3 Super 801 Pro that's available on AliExpress. Overall, it's a good cartridge. It has some pros and some cons. Let's talk about the negative things first. It's slow. It's very slow. And you can't play all the ROMs on here if your console is modded or if you have some kind of new console or multiple consoles, multiple Super Nintendo consoles that is, because some games are region locked. That's really an issue, so take note of that. The positive things, well, there are more than 800 Super Nintendo games on here, so you can basically play almost every Super Nintendo game that was ever made for 30 euros with this cartridge. And I really like the label art. So yeah, if you have some time on your hands during this Corona crisis, or in general, you have some time on your hands, then yeah, pick this cartridge up and take your time playing all the Super Nintendo games there are. Hey, I hope to see you guys soon in another video. Until then, stay strong, game on, bye.